I finished second year. Everyone tells you that uni goes fast, but you don't quite believe it until it actually happens to you. I am 2/3 of the way through my university degree. What? That's just crazy. The main highlights for this year would have to be the Music Society concerts, playing in the pit band for Be More Chill, meeting the musical director of Waitress, and playing in a sax quartet with professional saxophonist Rob Buckland. In the first semester, the modules that I took were performance, opera and politics, working in the music industry, and music psychology. Performance wasn't so much about actually performing, and so we were actually learning about like tuning systems and how to stay in tune. The way it was assessed was we did a presentation on tuning systems, and then we had to play a series of notes and they had to be in tune. Opera and politics was pretty much what it says on the tin. We would look at an opera and then look at the politics behind it through the storyline and the music. Gonna be honest, opera is not my favourite and not like big into politics, so wasn't my favourite module, but it was good and it was like well taught, and so yeah, it would be interesting if you are interested in those things. It was a compulsory module, which is why I took it. My favourite module in this semester was working in the music industry, because it was so interesting learning about the music industry and how to get in it. It was also interesting to learn about all the different roles that are in the music industry, because there's so much more than just performance and composing, and so it like just opened up so many opportunities and ideas of what like I could do. And so it was assessed by doing a CV, and then we had to do a mock interview. I've never done an interview for a job before, so it was pretty good experience to have to do that. Music psychology was interesting. It was quite cool learning about like how the brain works and how music links to it and stuff. But it was quite tricky and a lot of sciencey stuff, which I was like a bit struggled to get my head around. But yeah, it was good. And as cool as it is, though, I don't think music therapy is really for me. But that's okay. Semester 2 was a lot more interesting for me. I had a few more interesting modules. Performance was so much better because we were actually performing and we were preparing for our recitals, which were at the end of the year. They had to be 20 minutes long. I did struggle for a while trying to find pieces to play, but in the end I went for the Machinsky Sonata and Escapades by John Williams, which is actually from the film Catch Me If You Can. So yeah, that is worth a listen. And yeah, I was very pleased with my performance. It seemed to go well, but I was very, very nervous. So I also did a conducting module, which when I was signing up for it sounded like fun. But when I got to it, I realised that maybe it wasn't my thing. After the second lesson, I was like ready to give up. I was like, no, I cannot do this. But I spoke to the module leader and my academic advisor, and they were like just suggesting that like it might be quite good to build my confidence and stuff. And also there wasn't really any other option for me. I'm not a fan of essays, so if I can avoid those, I would happily do that. I did manage to get through the assessment, so I am very proud of myself for that, and I'm glad that I went for it. My least favourite module of this semester was music and emotion. Whilst there were some interesting aspects to it, overall it was just quite tricky to understand, and the assessments were really quite confusing. On the other hand, my favourite module this semester had to be musical theatre. We learned about so many different musicals, and we even got to go and see one for free. We did then have to write a critical review about it, and I'm going to be honest, as much fun as it would be to just go and watch musicals all the time, I don't think being a critic is something I would excel at. But yeah, we also had to do a presentation on a musical of our choice. Fortunately, this was pre-recorded, so it was basically like making a YouTube video. I did mine on Newsies and how reliant it is on social conventions of gender. This was very interesting to look into. alongside all the academic stuff and stuff going towards my degree, I also had a lot of fun things going on. So it was so exciting doing the Music Society concerts, because these were my first like concerts since COVID. So yeah, that was extremely fun, and it's so crazy to think that like all the friends I've made in the Music Society I didn't even know last year. But yeah, we've even started up like a new sax group, and I'm going to be co-leading that next year, which is exciting. Also a little bit scary, but exciting. So there you go. That's what I've been up to this year. Hope you found that somewhat interesting. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.